What the heck is up, guys? Thrush here, and this is my second time making this video because I realized I missed a few important things. So, this is Trinity Prime in case you weren't aware. Uh, the biggest upgrade from regular Trinity into Trinity Prime is the amount of slots you get polarized that come with it. If you see here, if we go to Configuration B, you can see this is unformatted. I haven't put a single form into Trinity Prime whatsoever. I just got it rank 30 maybe about an hour or two ago. So you see here, half of her slots are essentially polarized, which is fairly impressive for any Warframe, let alone a Prime. So she really makes it easy to work with, and she doesn't demand a ton of effort out of you to be good. Where I find this build excels is being the straight up being the straight up healer, support for your class, solely just working on casting lots of energy vampire, lots of blessing, getting things done that way. That is the best way to play with Trinity. So let's go over a few of my perks and mods here that we have going on. A few of the basic ones: vitality and redirection. Really, they bring me up to just over 800 shields and health, and that's because I just want to stay alive. If anyone's going to go down on my team, it ain't going to be me, and I'm going to be staying alive so that I can try and pump out as much health and as much energy to my teammates as possible. Vigor, just to really get combo of the two of those, helps boost it as well. No complaints. Now, when we get to the sort of the bread and butter perks of these things, rejuvenation is great for when you're out of combat, just need a quick heal, but there's not tons of enemies on screen. Works quite well in mobile defense and those types of things. When the life support is going down and you're running low on stuff and enemies are scarce, this is what you need to have. And then the next few perks, what we focus on is efficiency and getting our duration down as much as possible. So we have fleeting expertise and transient fortitude. That brings our duration down 75% to 25%, which will help us cast more energy vampires, will help us cast blessing more often. It reduces link by a fair significant amount, but this build isn't about link. This Trinity is not for you. This Trinity is for everybody else in your team. It isn't a build that I recommend you take solo. It isn't a build I recommend you take with randoms, because you're not built to destroy. You're built to protect. Next, we have natural talent, which is one of my favorite abilities since I think update 15 or 14 when Mirage came out. It allows you to cast things 50% faster, and blessing takes a very long time, so having natural talent can really offset that cost, as does energy vampire, considering that everything but blessing has to be like a targeted ability and be a bit of a pain in the butt. But natural talent helps to outweigh some of those cons. So streamlined again. We just want to be very power efficient. As you can see, we're at 175% efficiency, so things are very cheap, and energy vampire is quite good. And then finally, my last choice, I used rapid resilience only because if any toxic effects happen, especially in later rounds of defense or mobile defense or any of those things, and you have all these toxic ancients around you, or any of those types of things, crap tons of status effects, this will keep you alive and will hopefully keep you up so that you can spam blessing to pull your team through the status effects, presuming they don't have rapid resilience themselves. A few other options for the rapid resilience spot would be Rage. I know is a popular one, as is Quick Thinking. Although Quick Thinking, you have to be very careful that you don't empty your energy pool, because then you won't be able to use energy vampire to get back on your feet and get your team back up and running. As for the extemic slot, I wasn't too sure what to put here. I've been testing out running bonus sprint speed because Trinity is quite slow. But I need to flesh the idea out a little bit more, so bear with me, and hopefully this build minus the extended slot will get you through for the next little while, only because I'm not so sure what its best use, if it should just be like a bonus ability like shock on bullet jump and those sorts of things, or if it just be like straight up sprint speed, sprint recovery, those sorts of things. I'm going to test it out a bit more, and I'll make a video later on talking about just the Extema slot and how it can fit into your plans. But this is really my go-to build. And the nice thing with this is it does scale quite well using Well of Life and Energy Vampire. So for those of you that don't know, Well of Life increases an enemy's health and then gives you health back from that. So what you can do in combination with Energy Vampire, which I believe takes 35% of their health as like straight up recovery into energy, is you can Well of Life into Energy Vampire on an enemy at any given level, and when the Well of Life wears off and then Energy Vampire triggers, they will die because they've taken 35% of their total health away, but they've also had like a 10 times increase. So presumably the damage that they take from that will be far more than their actual health bar, and will get them killed at almost any level. It seemed to pretty much work for me. Although to be honest, I don't play that way a ton. This is really just my go-to support. But again, have a team for this class. This isn't a class you run with randoms. If you're going to run with randoms, I'd recommend a Volt or an Ashe or those sorts of things. And if you're going to run solo, I'd recommend a Loki or a Nyx. Those are just sort of my go-tos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be bringing the rest of the Prime series for you here shortly. I have Ashe complete. I just finished Volt. I've already done Nova, and I'm going to work on getting the other guys done. I know Rhino and Nyx still need to be done, so I'll get those done and hopefully get this out to you guys as soon as I can. Alright, see you guys in the next video.